Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. Tonight we are reviewing VH1's brand new show, Couples Retreat, Season 1, Episode 1. Child, this looks like it's gonna be good, okay? Because some of these couples on here, I want to see what I was doing, child, and y'all know Princess and Ray J gonna give us good TV. So let's get into it, child. If you're here for the first time, then welcome. If you are back for a second or third time and you have yet to subscribe, everybody just stop for a moment and click that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now let's get into it. So when the episode first opens up, we see the queen of VH1, Yandy, honey, because y'all know Yandy gonna do a VH1 show if she don't do nothing else. She decides to put together a couples retreat because her and Mendeecees haven't gotten any alone time since he's been out. Girl, you said the same thing over on that family reunion show y'all did a few weeks ago, honey. Y'all been on 5 shows since he been out. So y'all done had some kind of a long time. But Yandy, go on get to your bag, baby. I'm not mad at you. Go on get to your bag. The first couple to arrive was Michael Blackson and his girlfriend, that Marasaka. Okay, her name's Rada. Or Rida. I think it's Rida. Okay, they've been together for almost 2 years. And he's been in the game for almost 20 years. Honey, I remember I used to watch him on BET's Comic View. Honey, I know I'm aging myself, honey, but anybody who knows what I'm talking about when I say Comic View, honey, put it down in the comments below. Okay? So anyway, he said he's been in the game for 20 years, and they talked to him about when he got there, you know, in his little flashy blazer, child, with his little floral print, looking rich, okay? They were talking to him about making some babies. Honey, Michael ain't trying to make no babies with that girl. And to me, she looks kind of like Chinese Kitty. When I saw her, that's who she reminded me of. Okay, so anyway, the next couple to arrive was Kirk and Rashida, honey. Child, what they doing on here, child? They done been on everything except Marriage Boot Camp over on WeTV. Or have they been on there? Child, Kirk and Rashida gonna go on a show. Rashida said, "Hey, Yandy, you must have channeled my bitch need a break." No, you mean B need a check, honey. Y'all gonna go get y'all checks. You ain't worried about needing no break. Girl, please. Them frogs gonna get them a check if they don't do nothing else. They've been married for 20 years as well. Then Delicious, aka London, and Raymond Santana show up. And you know what? I'ma just gonna be honest with y'all. When I used to see them on Instagram, I used to think to myself, London, you know whatever, they ain't got this man. But when I saw them together on VH1 tonight, I said, you know what? I actually like them as a couple. And London, honey, welcome home, child. You done made full circle. This is a full circle moment. You were on VH1 when you were over there kissing Flavor Flav in his mouth, and now you're back with a husband. Child, let's get into it. So anyway, she tells us, you know, that she watched how they got together. She watched When They See Us, and she was connected to him. And she was like, and you were connected to me by how? Honey, by that ass. But we're not going to say that, okay? He said he was connected to her by Flavor of Love. He was a fan. Okay, we'll go and give you that one. He said he saw she was following him on Instagram, so he followed her back. And she was like, you know, he had liked every one of my pictures. So I was like, this man might be kind of attracted to me. Girl, who that's following you is not attracted to you? Child, men ain't following you for your daily prescriptions. Child. Anyway, she said then he liked every single pic. Well, look, listen, if it's a man that's listening to this review, go on her page and like every one of her pics, and you too may end up with you a Delicious. Let's move forward. Delicious said, you know, when she got there, she was mingling and everything, and she looked at Michael Blackson and she said, you know, unlike my last husband, Raymond won't be trying to kill you. Honey, this is a mess. Apparently, they were in a movie together years ago. He came to the house to show her the final edit, but when he got there, I guess the husband thought they had something going on, honey, and it was a full-on war. Quite frankly, I didn't even know that Delicious had been married before. Okay, I mean, that's something new, honey. A little bit of tea. Anyway, then here we come, honey. The infamous Ray J and Princess show up. Here go Ray J introducing himself. Hi, I'm Ray J. Boy, Boy, we know who you is if we don't know nobody else on this show, honey. Hey, wait a minute. Ain't that Brandy's brother? Child, we know you. Boy, if you don't go on. Anyway, so he comes and introduces himself like we don't know who he is. And we all know what goes on with Princess and Ray J, so we don't have to even get into that because it's always all over the media. They're walking in miles apart, like Princess is all the way on the outskirts, honey, and he's on the other side, and they're walking so far apart, it's ridiculous. Honey, I hope they can get it together and get off that Zeus network. That's what's going on with y'all. Get away from that Zeus, because that Zeus got them bad girls over there on that bad girls club thing, and Ray J over there allegedly messing around with them Zeus girls. Y'all leave that Zeus alone, and maybe y'all can get y'all marriage together. As a matter of fact, leave all these shows alone, and maybe y'all can get y'all marriage together. And Princess, stay off of Instagram. Ray J, stay off of the women, and we might could work something out. All right, let's move forward. So Ray J walks in, and he's hugging everybody, right? Tell me why this boy gonna go over there. He gonna go over there to Princess and give her a side hug like he didn't just come with her. Ray J is hilarious, honey. Let me tell you something. I got love for Ray J. I know he might be okay? Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm censoring myself. But at the same time, his personality is just everything to me. I just think it is so freaking funny. But when you are with a man who never takes anything seriously, including your feelings, that will piss you off. So I understand you, Princess. I understand your pain. All right. Yandy tells them that they will be having a dinner later and to wear a color that will represent what love means to them. Okay. So over in the room, Kirk and Rashida talk about how they are the veterans. Ciao. Kirk got babies everywhere. Ain't nobody trying to mimic y'all, honey. Ain't nobody care about y'all being married for 20 years. We don't care about your 20 years of suffrage. Okay, Rashida? Child, at least I'm not, honey. I'm not about to put couples goals under nothing y'all post on Instagram. But that's just me. Okay? Ray J and Princess over in the other room because they have separate rooms. Because Princess is like, don't touch me. I'm not playing. Ain't gonna be none of that hanky-panky. Okay? She said that they live together just for the kids, but they are going through a divorce. Because they're playing this whole tit for tat thing. She filed for divorce and then she take it back. Then he filed for divorce and then they take it back. And then when the show is over, they're probably going to file for divorce again. But the show looked like it worked because I saw them over on the Instagram earlier and they were taking pictures as a family. So maybe it worked. Anyway, Princess sees her room and, she's hype, so she lay on the bed. Here he come trying to be playful, like laying on top of her or whatever. She was like, no, sir. Honey, you been in these streets. So don't come over here trying to lay with me. And it's COVID too. Child, no ma'am. He asked her, what do you want? She said, well, I want to make it work or just whatever it is that we're going to do. We just need to be at peace. Let's just do whatever it is we're going to do, whether it's stay together or be apart. Over at Delicious and Raymond's room, they talk about how fast they fell and how, they had a miscarriage, which I didn't even know that. But I guess I'm not supposed to know that, honey. Everybody don't put all their business on social media. So anyway, she said that after 2 months, they lost the baby. Ooh, that's tough. My sincere condolences on losing a baby. I know what a miscarriage is like. And so I definitely sympathize with her. And so Raymond talks about how being in prison made him basically seize the day. Whatever he wants, he goes after it because he lost so many years of his life. He said he was in prison from 14 all the way to 21. So, he riding around, he getting it. Okay. Over in Michael Blackson's room. So he's talking and he said, I don't know if anybody else caught this but me, but honey, I be watching all the details. I don't know if that's just the Virgo in me or what. So he's in the room and he's like, everybody looks good, delicious look. And like that, his woman kind of looked at him and he was like, she looks like she hasn't aged. Nah, that ain't what you was about to say, honey. Because Delicious gonna wear one of them Fashion Nova bodysuits, honey, in front of everybody's men. Listen. I don't know if I could just be in the couples retreat of it all with Delicious and all that ass everywhere in front of my man. Honey, I'm not insecure by no means, but I know a fine woman want to see a fine woman. And although I could stand up next to Delicious, honey, I'm just saying. I'm trying to figure out how the men are doing it. They're being real respectful, but I know Ray J looking on the slick, honey. He can't be trusted. Anyway, so he's talking to his girlfriend, and so she said, I left you because of a side chick, so they had a whole little situation or whatever. Basically, they're seeking a sister wife, honey. They have a whole thing. She said he changed the rules on her mid sister wife of it all, and they let us know if they like threesomes, foursomes, fivesomes, honey, full on orgies. Okay, whatever you got, bring it on, honey. They'll lay down with it. I'm just saying. He said, you never pick pretty girls. You always pick the flat back SpongeBob square asses, honey. That's what he said. So then she was like, I do pick, big button smiles, honey. Sometimes I do that. But this particular woman, I didn't like her. So that was the whole problem. So Michael said, when he goes on the road, he's allowed to have a hall pass. He gets to do whatever it is he wants to do and whoever he wants to do it with, but she has to approve it. So then she said, I'm HR all the way, and sometimes I'm not an equal opportunity employer. Honey, I have heard it all, child. Let's see how they play out. Anyway, the couples go to play these games, okay? And it's a drinking game. They have to answer questions to see how well they know each other. If you lose or you answer the question incorrectly, then you have to take a shot. Okay. So Delicious and Raymond, they take a shot first because they get they ask something about where was your favorite first date or where was your favorite date or whatever. He said Papados and she said, I think Miami or something like that, but they got it wrong and they had to take a shot. Okay. So they keep playing the game and, we're thinking because Kirk and Rashida been together since 300 BC, we was thinking that they were going to get the questions right and they were going to win the game. But oh no, it was Princess and Ray J. That is so ironic because they fight the most, but they actually won the game. But it did show that there's hope for them. And I think, it made them feel kind of good. And then Yandy was like, now y'all got to go have sex. Princess said, it's no way I'm sleeping with him. I know for a fact that Ray J is cheating on me and has cheated on me, and I'm not laying down with him. And Ray J was like, look, it's tense all up and through the house, honey. And I'm not doing nothing with Princess because she don't want me to do nothing with her. And that's just the bottom line. So after their win, Kirk pulls Ray J to the side, honey. The blind leading the blind. Child, Kirk gone, honey. Nobody wants you to talk to them about nothing, child. Anyway, so he wants to talk to him about making it work. So Ray J said, look, man, I saw some lingerie in Princess's purse. He was like, normally I'm not the one to just go looking for stuff, but I seen like it was on the corner a little bit. So I just pulled it out and it was like 4 pairs of lingerie. So Kirk gonna say, well, maybe she went to Victoria's Secret and didn't want to carry the bag. So she just put the underwear in her purse. Kirk, you know how to make up a lie on the spot, honey. You cannot be trusted because the way you came up with that lie, I was like, dang, I didn't even think of that, honey. I'm about to use that one. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, you came up with that lie so good, honey. But that ain't what it is, Ray J, honey. She letting you know two can play that game. I mean, I know it's childish and whatnot, but at the same time, she's letting you know in case you do see this underwear sticking out, you started it, honey. Okay, y'all don't sing that little Kim Kardashian song, I hit it first, because she gonna let the boys come to the yard if need be. Anyway, so the couples get to dinner and they start talking about the colors that they chose to wear. But before that, Yandy starts getting all deep, talking about we had to fight every night to prove our love. And black love is a love that cannot be compared to. Okay, Shirley Chisholm, all we want you to do is sit down and let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Yandy be getting so deep, honey. Oh my goodness, child. So anyway, the couples get to dinner and they start talking about the colors that they chose to wear. So Delicious and Raymond said that they're wearing black and brown because she's a black woman and he's a Dominican man. So it symbolizes them as far as their race is concerned. I thought that was so beautiful. I'm like, oh my gosh, I really like Delicious and him together. And I just really like them. Anyway, so Michael Blackson said, I'm wearing a shirt with a cheetah on the back. So everybody was like, oh, okay, that's nice. He said, because I don't know how to be faithful. I'm a cheetah. He is such an idiot. Oh my God. Anyway, so then Ryder tells the table that they like to spice things up with a side chick. Honey, all the men just skinning and grinning, especially Ray J. And so Delicious was like, okay, well, as long as she knows she's a side chick, then that's cool. So then Kurt gonna say, I keep telling Rashida, you could have a Michael Blackson. Boy, are you crazy? And what in the hair club for men is going on with you in these confessionals, honey? All of a sudden you had hair, honey. I thought my mind was playing tricks on me. I thought my internet wasn't working right. Don't do that, honey. What is wrong with you? And what? You think somebody, boy, you had an entire baby. Allegedly, honey, because we still don't know if that's the truth or if that was just a Love and Hip Hop storyline. But the whole point of it is you were in the hot tub, down at the cabin, and all kinds of stuff. Child hush, honey. You worse than anybody else on this show. Ray J said, I wore black because love can take you down a dark hole. Ray J. Oh, he know how to bring something down. Oh, my goodness. And make you want to hide. But I love Princess and I'm black. Boy, you play all day. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, I couldn't even take him seriously. He wouldn't even make me mad, child, because I'd be too busy laughing. But then again, I'm goofy. So then Delicious noticed that there's another seat. And she was like, okay, so who's going to join us? Because I see another chair there. Then Jody Mama shows up, honey, and she's going to help the people. So AJ, who is an actress and now a life coach, is going to help them get their lives together. And I have a question, and this is a serious question, and y'all can feel free to comment down below, but keep it respectful because I will block you. What makes a life coach credible? Like, can I just start telling people I'm a life coach and I can start giving them advice? Because this is the thing. After the whole Derek Jackson thing and, just the things that people put on social media and they hype themselves up to be this person, like, what makes you qualified to tell me anything about my life? I have always just wondered that. Is there something you go to school for, or like, how do you do that? Anywho, Kirk said, as baby boy's mom, she's cool, but as in my business, I don't like that. Okay, Kirk. Ray J was like, I'm not here for that. Okay, I didn't come here for that. Okay, I didn't come here for that. I came to do. What did you think you came here for then, Ray J? Couples retreat. You know it was going to involve some kind of counseling and healing, because you said you wanted to come here because you knew Yandy thought y'all needed work. Ray J hush. So then she tells them that the coaching is going to start tonight. All the couples are looking like, child, what? I just ate this steak. I'm full. So Michael was like, look, I want to go lay down, honey, and do some things strange to her over here, okay? So she says, go change into your workout clothes and come back in 30 minutes. They all come back. They go out, honey. She's standing there looking straight stone-faced. Every time I see her, all I can think about is Jody and baby boy and her being his mom. Or I think about Sheree. Sheree plays in jail. Every time I see her, I don't know what it is, but I cannot get that scene out of my head, honey. Oh, no, it was Kids in jail, honey. Kid was in jail, and they was down there trying to get some bail money, honey, and she kind of liked play, so she came on down and went to go get him and went to get some Burger King after, and all was well. That's just what I think of when I see it. That's just a side note. Kirk and this hair in the confessional are throwing me all the way off, but he's speaking his speech. Kirk and Rashida share first. And she said all they do is work, work, work. And he never wants to take time to, hang out. But he took time to cheat, though. You don't got time to take your wife out and do something with your wife, but you had time to cheat. Kirk made me sick. He said, I can't kick back right now, girl, because we ain't Candy and Todd. Child, we hang with them, but child, we can't do that right now. Plus, our family is suffering, okay? So they show us a little clip of things that are going on with his son. So AJ said, you know what? Well, don't worry about it. We're going to fix it because you're still talking about the work. So we're going to fix that. She looks over to Princess and Ray J and she said, Princess, tell me what's going on. So Ray J is like hiding behind Princess because he doesn't want to be seen. And she said, we're not on the same page. And AJ said, well, have you ever been? She said, no, we've never been on the same page. So he's still hiding behind her. So AJ is getting a little bit closer. So she said, well, how is it that y'all are not on the same page? Is it lust? And she said, no, because we don't have sex. Princess. Now, I'm going to have to side with Ray on this one. I know everything that y'all do is all over social media. So we probably have already heard this before, especially with y'all doing that cringe-worthy interview with Zeus. And y'all had that whole sit down and he was cussing you out and you were crying and he was walking away. We know some of these things. But at the same time, we're going to have to learn to censor ourselves if we're going to make it work. I know he has hurt you so and made you so upset that you just feel like you need to just dump all over everyone anytime you're asked a question. But some things you should just reel it in, okay? Ray J was upset because she said that. And he said he wanted to keep things private. But y'all, we already know. But it's just the way that she's doing it, I think, upsets him. So then AJ asked Ray, she said, what do you want? Ray J stood there for a long time. He looked at her. She was like, don't look at me. He's still looking. And then he said, I want her to be happy because when she's happy, I'm happy. No, that's not a good enough answer, Ray J. That's a cop-out right there. She asked you, what do you want? If you sincerely do not want to be married to Princess, then say that. The same way she said y'all not having sex, you need to look directly at her and say, I'm with you for the kids. I want out of this so that I can be happy. Because quite frankly, I have never... Since Princess has been introduced to us when she was fighting with Tiara, when they first came on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, I have never seen Ray J and Princess be happy in each other's company. Like, don't just sit up here and be miserable for years on end. Y'all are still young. Child, this is crazy. Anyway, she said, do you believe him? She said, no. Then she starts crying instead of Ray J consoling her because he's pissed because she told the whole group and embarrassed him in front of these men, and everybody knows that he's not having sex with his wife. He walks off. Honey, just face it. That's why y'all came here. Just face it, Ray J. Come back, talk about what needs to be talked about so that y'all can get through it. Because if you keep on this hamster wheel and keep doing the same thing, nothing's ever going to get fixed. Well, that was the first episode, and it seems like it's going to be pretty good based on the previews for the season. So I am so excited to review this. I hope that y'all come back each and every Monday night so we can discuss it down in the comments. Please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with a friend. As always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.